Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who is kind of struggling with how much they think about you or how much they miss you. We've got I don't know how to feel. And I think this is because we have someone who was pretty certain or decided that the two of you wouldn't work, or there were obstacles, or maybe even individuals that would get in the way if the two of you really tried to make a long term relationship work. And yet, walking away has been like way more difficult than they expected. They are thinking about you every night. They are missing your laughter, missing your voice, a lot about you. And I also feel like they're comparing other people to you, almost like in a negative way. Like, um, if my ex had made that joke, it would have been funny, but you, not so much. Like people just don't really measure up to you, or they're not very entertained by others, right? Hello Lemonade. How we doing? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. And we also have a link down in that description box for my Etsy page in case you're interested in a homemade soy candle. I'm really obsessed with this new scent, so yeah. What should we start with? You think maybe graffiti tarot? Let's do that. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty tempted to just be a little bit lazy tonight. I ate too much. But we're here. Oh, I'm sending you a big old hug. I hope everything's all right. Hello, Matt. My roommate is drinking beet juice. Oh, Lord. And then Grant shows up like, did somebody say they need a pun? I've got one. How's it going, Grant? Hello, Jim Mike. I hope you're having a good one. The Devil and the Ten of Wands. I thought I could walk away and everything would be fine. I didn't realize how much of an imprint you left on my heart. This Devil card is absolutely obsession. I did not expect this, but I can't stop thinking about you. I feel like I should know better. So there's some reason that this relationship to them seemed like doomed. Emperor in the reverse. And the Magician. I do think that they feel like they can get through the day, like the work day, relatively well. They busy themselves, or, maybe it's just I never really have a second to think, anyways. So when I'm distracted or focused on a project, it's a little bit easier. But then I lose my ability to distract myself. And at night, I find it's really it's really hard not to think about you. It's really difficult to think about moving on. I think they're questioning whether or not you're dating, whether or not you're seeing anybody else, or if maybe you miss them like they miss you. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? What else do we have? Temperance in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. To be honest, I feel like you're not really hurting. I feel like you understand that there are differences or incompatibilities, and therefore you just kind of accepted, well, I put forth whatever investment I did, but that's where it ends. That's where, we say goodbye. That's just how it is. Six of Pentacles, King of Wands in the reverse. Okay. I do think they've tried to go out on a date or they've tried to maybe like converse with people on dating apps. But negatively, again, they're like comparing people to you like this person, I don't even know if I could get through like a meal. I don't think that they can have like an intellectual conversation or, they keep telling these jokes and they're not even funny. Or specifically, that physical attraction is not there. You know what I mean? So they're finding themselves like not interested in pursuing anything with anybody else. They're stuck on you. Oh no. I think they fell in love. They were not planning on it. So while you seem to have approached that crossroads and decided, yeah, you know what, this is probably not going to work out, so I'll just like keep it moving. I feel like you've been able to basically just kind of like accept this and, okay, on to the next, not even necessarily dating, but just like on to the next chapter of my life. This is someone who is, I think, slowly realizing that they might have actually fallen in love with you. Hello, Elijah. Still online, as in I've been online for like 5 hours since the last time. No, I actually went shopping. You can check out my UK shopping trip video I just posted if you want to see what I was doing. Hello, Tiana. How we doing? Sammy, if you put your question in a super chat, I do personal questions after the general reading is finished, which would be in about 28 minutes. And you can also donate a membership to someone else in the live chat if you want me to pull a few cards for you. That's how the cookie crumbles. Hello, Kevin. How are you doing? What else do we have? Three of Wands in the reverse. King of Pentacles. Dang it, I didn't mean to fall in love. That wasn't the goal. I thought that I cut this off early enough where I didn't have to worry about feelings. But gosh darn it, I got some feelings. And they are now realizing that even though there might be some things on which you are not aligned, or, maybe you want to have kids and they don't. Maybe they like traveling all the time and you're a homebody. Maybe they spend a bunch of money and you're kind of, the opposite of a consumerist type person. There's something here where they really felt like, because of this, I just can't see a future with you. But that reason turned out to just kind of evaporate. The more they think about you, the more they long to hear your voice again and look into your face. I feel like in particular, they're thinking about your eyes. They fell in love. Whoops. I didn't mean to. So I do feel like they're thinking about whether or not they should communicate. I don't know how to feel. One of the first cards that came out. I think this is really about like, do I just deal with this and try to get over the broken heart, or am I going to try to see you again? Hello, Ruben. How are you doing? Hello, Star Trekker. Hello, Napping. What's up? Oh, a love spell ricochet. That could totally be it. We have the thinking man. This is the I don't know how to feel. Don't get too focused on the gender. Doesn't necessarily have to be a man who is having these thoughts. But we do have someone who is thinking a lot about you. Realizing that they have fallen in love. They didn't mean to. And they certainly feel like there's something here that would be a difficult mountain to climb with you. But you're over there like, it's okay. I got hiking boots. Whatever. We'll be fine. Hello, Benjamin. How are you doing? What else do we have? Door to personal healing and happiness and rest and rejuvenation. This is your energy. You're over here like, hey, that's okay. Let me just give you a little bit of like a digital high five. Well done, because what I'm seeing here in your energy is somebody who knows how to handle rejection classy. Like you're not gonna be, what do you mean? But I'm awesome. You should know that I'm awesome. You're not gonna do any name calling. You're not gonna be creepy about it. You're not gonna do any gaslighting. I see you being very calm and collected. If it's not gonna work out, then it's not gonna work out. That's okay. My happiness is elsewhere, and that's just like how it is. Whatever. The person who's missing you, they kind of hate that you took it so well. Like, what do you mean you don't miss me? But I miss you. That's me, and why would you do that? All right, let's see what else we have. This is the Spellcaster's Tarot. I'll think about it, Tiana. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? What else do we have? Five of Wands in the reverse. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Two of Wands in the reverse. This is very unexpected. I think they finally admitted to themselves, like, I think about you all the time. I thought maybe it was just because I was lonely and you were the last person that I spent, some time with. But the reality is, I'm starting to realize just how amazing you are. I'm starting to realize that maybe I was a little bit too quick to make that decision. And even if we do have, different beliefs or different religions, or you want to retire over there and I want to retire over there, maybe we can like figure it out. It's like the Ace of Cups sideways. I don't normally look at cards. It's either upright or reverse. But this is someone who's trying to figure out, like, should I go big or go home? Should I confess? Should I try to reach out to you and tell you I'm still thinking about you and everybody else is just like a bad copy of you? Hello, Sushma. I hope you're having a good day. If you have a question, feel free to put that in a super chat and I will add you to the list. I do the general reading for the first 30 to 35 minutes and then do personal questions after that. King of Swords in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I think they're going to come back around. I think they're feeling out of their mind a little bit. It's like, well, maybe it's not going to work. Maybe you're just going to tell me that that's a dumb idea and you've already moved on or you're already dating somebody else. But gosh darn it, I can't stop thinking about you, so I might as well at least try. Like, what's the worst that can happen? I go back to the same thing? I think they're going to say something, knowing that there's a decent chance that you might just be kind of like flippant about it. Like, what? You still think about me? That's weird because that was like ages ago. Hello, Bird Dog. How's it going? What else? The Ten of Cups and the Eight of Cups. They're coming back. They're indecisive for a minute, okay? They're sitting there at night, like, there's got to be something that I can do to distract myself from every night thinking about you and reliving those moments that we spent, or, maybe even like replaying a voice note or a voicemail from you, looking through pictures. but they can't stop picturing a happy life with you, and everything else just kind of seems like a Timu version of you, or not as amazing. Strength and the Magician. Well, I see why they like you so much. Look at you. You're like super capable. You know who you are. You've gone through quite a lot. And instead of running from the healing that you have to do, you have transmuted your pain into power. This, I can't even tell you how much power is coming through these two cards. You are a BAMF. Hopefully you know what that means. Sorry, my boots are driving me crazy. Ooh, that was loud. Don't worry, they're only 6-inch heels, okay, you guys? But seriously though, we got the wand extended in both. Generally speaking, strength does not have somebody who's got a wand. So I'm telling you, you are magic. You are magic burning bright. I think they're just a little obsessed with you, to be honest. You are unlike anybody else that they have dated, or certainly unlike anyone they've fallen in love with. But they feel like if they ask you to meet up with them, there's a pretty good chance that you'd be like, for what? Like, did you forget something? What do you, I thought we were done here, you know? They're worried that you will laugh at them. Hello, Marta. How are you doing? LOL, nothing. I'm taller than 5 foot lemonade. You be nice. Hello, how's it going, Tony? Oh, that's sweet. I hope you're able to talk to each other again. Yes, I am, YBC. How are you doing? Self-collective, are you saying your AI? Hey, YCB, let's not ask the same question over and over again, please. If you've got a personal question, I do those after the general reading. For those that have done a super chat or donated a membership to someone else. 2 of Swords in the reverse. Oh, they've made the decision. They're like, I'm going to go crazy if I don't talk to this person. So even though there's a decent chance that you're going to tell me that I don't have a chance at all, I gotta at least try, because I'm gonna be thinking about you every night for a while. Hello, Joshua. How are you doing today? Hello, Frederick. What's up? All right, let's get a few. You know what we need? We need the Dead Inside deck. Look, I got some blue calcite for it. Doesn't it? Doesn't it match nicely? Ooh, let me add that for you. Thank you, YCB. Ooh, YBC, excuse me. Will my ex Albury leave the third party and reconcile? I've added that for you, and we're at 1919, so probably about 15 minutes, YCB, and then, sorry, YBC. I did it wrong here, too. Yo, I don't know why I'm doing that. My apologies. But I will start that in about 15 minutes, hon. You know some stones, I have a collection of fossils. Excellent. Hello, Viking. How are you doing? Yours says 12 minutes, huh? Well, yours might be wrong. What else do we have, please? Replaying the breakup, mental loops, guilt, overanalysis. Look at you guys. I told you. They're over here like listening to messages from you or watching a video with you, looking at your pictures. They miss you. They really did not expect to miss you this much. I think they overestimated their ability to just keep it moving. But you are unforgettable. And apparently funny. I keep picking up on funny. Shadow work. Tomorrow? Maybe. Part of the reason this person didn't really handle the situation with you very well is because they have taken a lackadaisical approach to their shadow work, which means they underestimated you and overestimated themselves. Womp, 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 womp. It do be like that sometimes. I like rocks too. Hello, Mac. How are you doing? Oh, are you saying on the clock? That's cool, Viking. So we got I love these cards. Doing it again. Oops. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. You see, he's got a button that says definitely a bad idea. And homie's like, okay, I'm gonna do it again. Even though I know I shouldn't, I'm gonna send a message. I know there's a decent chance that you're going to ignore me or reject me. But the problem is, this is someone who does not like people, okay? This is somebody who, out of millions and millions of people, they get along with like this many. They don't like many people, okay? And you are quite likable. I told you I think you're funny. There's something here where it's like, you actually put me in a good mood. You had the ability to have a like an intelligent conversation or, tell a silly joke. And they really like that about you because they don't like many people. So they don't like many people, but they sure like you. That's part of the problem. They don't want to spend time with anybody else. Trying not to lose it. Tension, suppressed rage, and pressure. I do feel like they're going through some problems at work or with a family situation. And the added stress, it's making it that much more obvious to them how much they actually miss you and how much of a stress reliever you were. But can they actually do right by you, would be my question. I feel like maybe no. Because you're over here like, that's all right. It didn't work out. But hey, got to see a cool movie or, we played some mini golf and I kicked your butt. But that's all right. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes, like, that's what dating is, right? Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it's just, like, not aligned, right? Hello, K Carrot. How are you doing? My response won't be too funny. So we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. I want to make amends. Yeah, they're going to communicate with you and they're going to say, I'm sorry. I feel like I judged things too quickly. I feel like I was negative. I feel like I was looking for problems, partly because I'm so used to like not liking people. I have this like automatic reflex where I just like punt people out of my life. And now that it's been, a few weeks or a few months, I realized that I probably rejected you out of like habit instead of because of what was really going on. Or I realized that maybe I made it seem like a bigger deal than it actually is, whatever the differences are between us. What else? Queen of Wands, Three of Swords in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. They see you as the Queen of Wands. Lots of fire energy because you also came through as Strength and the Magician. But the fact that they just came through as the King of Wands in the reverse, that's the fact that they haven't done their healing. So they might have a little bit of a temper, or they might have this tendency to sabotage things with people. They probably spend a lot of time by themselves. And I also feel like this is someone who has a difficult relationship with at least one person in their family, probably a parent. And that relationship has had a pretty negative impact on how they interact with people as far as like dating or probably even friendships, to be honest. Exactly, napping. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. I feel like they're going to come back around hoping for a second chance, and you're going to feel like nothing has changed. We still have the same incompatibilities, or there's still issues in terms of like how you treated me or how you handled the situation. I don't feel like you're going to be quick to just like jump right back into it with this person. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Wands in the reverse, and the Tower. I'm going to tell you right now that if you have been intimate with this person, there is a significant portion of the missing you part that is about your performance in the bedroom. They really liked it. They ranked it very high. They miss it. They want some more of it. Dame más gasolina. Yeah, they want more. But again, it's more than the physical interaction. There's been a lot of focus on your intellectual communication. The fact that you stimulated this person in a few ways, not just a physical way, okay? Like you made them laugh. I don't feel like this person laughs at a lot of people's jokes. I feel like they're kind of a curmudgeon. Or a little bit like, I don't know, I might have laughed at that at like 4 or 5 years ago, but now, no. And I think about what they have invested in you or in the connection. But I also feel like you're looking at this like, I don't know. That seems like a lot of work for somebody who already rejected me. Hello, hater. How are you doing? So we have the Nine of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Seems pretty likely to me that you're going to look at this as not ideal. I don't feel like you're missing this person very much, if at all. And I think you saw them as a little bit less mature. Maybe a little bit unpredictable with regards to mood or temper. So they might have an uphill battle trying to work their way back into your good graces or into your life. This is the Gamer's Ways. What else do we have? Water level. The developers are taking you out of your element and encouraging you to explore what's hidden beneath the waves. The wild wets can be a dangerous place for anyone made of meat, so be sure to trust your instincts. I think you really felt like this person was never going to talk to you again. I think you felt like they were maybe even just like a little bit incapable of serious love. I don't think you expect this person to be as emotional as they actually are. So this is saying be sure to trust your instincts. In part because for some of you, this might actually work out. But I do feel like it's in the minority. I don't feel like for more than 50% of you, this is going to end up being a long-term relationship. I think this is just someone realizing a little too late that they had an opportunity to be with somebody that would have actually made them really happy. Someone or something is sapping your reserves. This energy will not hesitate to play dirty to get what they want out of the situation. Make sure you and your party are safe, or this could lead to a painful loss. I do feel like they genuinely love you. I do feel like they genuinely are approaching you because they want to continue to invest in a connection with you. And I don't think that they're interested in anybody else. However, I also don't think that they have really been very interested in doing any of their shadow work. So even though they might come back around and they might talk to you with respect or even admit that they have fallen in love, it's really like only a matter of time before there is some emotional setback or like difficulty, right? Because they need to work on themselves. Hello, Light. How are you doing? Hello, Keech. As Tiana mentioned, I do personal questions after the general reading, which is in a few minutes. If you want me to do that for you, you can add your question to a super chat. Hello, April. How are you doing? Hard pass for napping. Hello, Sculpted. How are you doing? Ooh, yes. That was a good song. We have the hero. The hero is a natural leader. They follow a strict moral compass and tend to act selflessly. They are a well balanced protector and they will always speak up for the exploited and downtrodden. They respect you, and this is your energy, by the way. They respect you, and I don't feel like this person respects a lot of people, at least not to the extent that they respect you. Inventory management. This character's juggling skill stat is too low to handle this many items. It is recommended that you reevaluate your priorities and adjust what's on your plate as necessary before attempting to progress. So if you are not interested in getting back with this person, do not keep them around. Be clear and communicative about that, because I do feel like you get this person coming back and then there's another person right after that. That other person might actually have some desire to work on their healing, which is a little bit better than what you have been dealing with this person. Thank you, Light. I appreciate that. Hello, Jose. How are you doing? This is the Love Oracle. I think you just looked at it as, well, it didn't work, but that's okay. There's something else out there for me. While this person is looking at it more as a heartbreak. They're nervous to approach you. They realize that they were operating with a pretty negative mindset. And this, by the way, is that family thing, right? They were taught some not so great patterns or behaviors by probably a parent, maybe a sibling. It's made them unlucky in love. Karma, consequences, cause and effect, debts. They miss you in part because they judged you too quickly. You really were. I mean, you offer a lot of what they're looking for, and they're regretting this. They miss you. There's been some distance between the two of you, so I do feel like this was at least several weeks ago. And this person has a tendency to be a bit secretive, but I think you might be feeling their energy tugging on yours. You might have some idea that this person is missing you. You might even intuit that they're about to communicate with you. They're going to confess that they have fallen in love or that they miss you. They want a second chance. Can we try again? Can we start over? That's your choice. All right, we're going to start on those personal questions. We've got YBC. I'm sorry, I keep messing up your name. Let's go with the Marseille Cat Tarot. Will my ex Aubrey leave the third party and reconcile with me? So we got two questions there. Let's start with the first one. Will YBC's ex Aubrey leave the third party? No. Are they still together? Yes. With the Three of Cups, no less. Strength in the reverse. So I don't see Aubrey leaving the third party, but I do see there being issues. In other words, the third party might leave Aubrey. Is there something the third party is struggling with? Yes. I feel like they are on different pages, so it's more likely that Aubrey is left versus being the one who leaves. This third party is struggling to see how things could work long term. Why are they struggling with that? Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. The third party feels like they deserve better than Aubrey. And does the third party have someone else in mind already? No, but I do feel like Aubrey may end up being single soon. Maybe within like 5 weeks. This is because the third party feels like they have gone through too much or, changed a lot. And this person is maybe not checking all the boxes. Does Aubrey know that this person, that third party, is losing interest? Yes, I do think that Aubrey knows that. So when this relationship ends, will Aubrey want to reconcile? No. I feel Aubrey is going to be brokenhearted over this third party. Yeah, Two of Cups in the reverse. This is heartbreaking energy. Feeling like this third party is who they really wanted. So I feel like they're going to stay stuck for a while, feeling rejected, questioning why things happened the way they did. Oh, if only I had said this or done that, maybe I would have been able to keep that person in my life. Hello, Javier. How are you doing? Hello, Sea Dog. What's up? Mind you, if you'd like me to read your question for you, you can add that to a super chat. Who yelling at me? Wait, what? I don't see a super chat from you, homie. Anybody else? Well, I don't even know if that matters. Light, I can scroll and see, and I also keep track of the number at the top. So either your super chat didn't go through or you're lying to me. I hope it's not that last one. So put your question in the live chat and then I will, or in the super chat, and then I will do that for you. Anything else for YBC, please? Queen of Cups. And the Magician. So this might not be what you want to hear, but you are able to manifest a different relationship. If you stay invested in Aubrey, you end up spending a lot of your energy and getting very little back. But you have an opportunity to pivot and take that energy in a different direction and manifest something else. So what you've got is basically and like a little nudge saying it would be really good for you to invest elsewhere or pivot and be open to a new pair, a new love. Oh, yeah, no, I can see. The 4.99 is what I got from YBC. So there's no super chat from you. That's from YBC. No, I don't know that it's stay for Albury, because Albury's going to be brokenhearted over this third party who's going to leave. So it's you can invest this energy in something that probably won't happen because Albury is very invested in this third party. You can reclaim that energy and not be stuck and manifest something else. Hello, PJ. How are you doing? Let me know what your question is. Hello. What's up? So, YBC, it's pretty common for anybody really to get to a point where you get caught up wanting someone to come back around. But the advice here is saying you have a very loving individual that you could manifest into your life if you route your energy away from Albury, who seems to be very consumed with this third party. Hello, Bryson. How are you doing? And may I assume that Prob is your name? How does Richard feel about me sending emojis? And awesome. I've got that. I don't know why I wrote it down when I could just do it right now, but it's there just in case I need to reference it. It's true. Good luck to you, YBC. You deserve someone who is fully interested and invested in you, and this Queen of Cups could be that person for you. All right, so for PJ, I think it's Prob. How does Richard feel about me sending emojis to him? How does Richard feel? Hermit in the reverse, 9 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Is this like concern? I think this person's concerned about it. Why are they concerned? Like 9 of Swords is anxiety. I feel like this is someone who's worried that another person's going to get the wrong idea. So I don't know if this is like I have affection or I'm in a relationship with someone else, but it's anxiety over the emojis. Like, what's going to happen? Is Richard worried about getting in trouble? Yes. 5 of Pentacles. So I don't know if you know about this, but there is somebody else that Richard is talking to or investing in, and it's like I'm a little bit worried. This is going to be an issue if someone else finds out about it. Is this a relationship or maybe like a boss? 4 of Swords in the reverse. This is someone with a temper. Lovers in reverse. I don't think it's romantic. I feel like there's someone, maybe it's even a friend. If there's someone else who likes you who also knows Richard, this could be who they're worried about. So is there any weirdness in your social community? Manager. Yep, that's why. That would be why. Yeah, I would say uncomfortable pretty much sums it up. Hello, Magnet. How are you doing? Yeah, no, but he still feels uncomfortable. Um, like maybe he could get in trouble. No, Light, I get super chat from India all the time. All right, let's see what we've got. Mm, for Jameson. What is going on with my baby mama? Thank you, Jameson. So let's see what's going on. This is the Bianco Nero, by the way. That's all right. Yeah, no, he feels uncomfortable, but it's not like angry. Just kind of like, I don't want anybody to know about that. All right, so for Jameson, what is going on with, I assume that's what BM means, baby mama. Nine of Swords, anxiety. Feeling hopeless or unable to take care of what needs to be dealt with, and being a bit defensive with that Nine of Wands. High Priestess in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So is this money related? Absolutely. So we have a concern over being able to cover bills and being able to provide. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse and Hermit. So is baby mama keeping a secret from Jameson? Yeah, there's something here that baby mama has not told you. Sorry if it's not baby mama. That's what BM means for me. We've got a concern over something, maybe even like a cell phone being turned off or internet being turned off. It's something to do with the home, needing to invest or pay a bill associated with the living situation. So definitely stress. What else? Does somebody owe the baby mom money? It feels to me like someone has not paid money that is owed to BM. So this is like a problem that could have been mitigated if somebody had done right by their obligations, but it has left your baby mama in a difficult situation financially, or exacerbated it, right? Made it worse than it already was. But I don't feel like baby mama really wants to tell you. It's like, I don't want to make this your problem. Thank you, Magnet. I hope I hope you find healing for that situation. I'm sorry you're going through that. So we have Five of Wands in the reverse, King of Cups. If you are feeling so inclined, you could potentially offer some assistance, but I don't know if this person's going to ask for it, or it's like I would feel really sheepish or embarrassed if I asked. But there is some sort of problem here. So I hope that you're able to work through that. And thank you, Jameson. And we've got PJ or Prop. Will Mark and I ever talk? Prop would like to know, will Mark and I ever talk? This says unlikely. I feel like there's a lot of anger or resentment here. There is blame for how you handled things. This is like you could have done something, but you didn't, or you chose to like make things worse. Is this person being unfair? I do feel like this person's being unfair. And someone might actually point that out to them. Like, why are you being so harsh? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I do feel like there's something that has made, was it Mark? Has made Mark feel like everybody needs to get out. Like, I want everyone to leave me alone. And somebody's like, wait, who? And then I see Gary Oldman from The Professional saying, everyone! So I don't know if this is like Mark has told everybody to leave or is just walling everybody off, not communicating. But I do feel like there's multiple people who have been getting not great treatment. What's this Ace of Pentacles? Is this for Mark? No. So I think Mark is mad because somebody is happy and Mark is not. We have the King and Queen of Cups here. These are divine counterparts. What's coming through is Mark is upset because someone has gotten what Mark wanted for Mark's self, right? For myself. I wanted that relationship, or I wanted that promotion, or I wanted that child. I don't know. There is an accomplishment or an advancement, something worth celebrating that someone around Mark has achieved or gotten, and it makes Mark feel angry. Is this jealousy? Feeling rejected. So this is angry energy. Like, there's nothing I can do to fix this, and what I wanted is no longer going to be a thing. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up that there's anger towards you or resentment towards you, but I feel like right now it's like everybody is an enemy. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't trust anybody. Um, but it's because of this King of Cups, Queen of Cups. They could be married. They could be dating. But we have anger over one situation causing Mark to be overly frustrated and defensive with a lot of people. Yeah. Because I feel like somebody is asking, like, why are you being so mean? Taking out his sense of loss on others. Yeah. Ace of Cups in the reverse, Nine of Swords. So because I feel like I didn't get what I want, nobody gets what they want. Hello, Terry. How are you doing? All right. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, everyone. Terry, I wish you luck with that. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for checking out my new candles. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.